What up, man? What's going on?
Just chilling, bro. It's a busy week for you. I know that the movie came out. You guys got the party tonight at Lavo to celebrate the documentary's release.
We're going to have a good time, you know, eat and be merry and all that other good stuff, drink, you know, and just chill, you know what I mean? But it is a celebration indeed, so that's what we come to do, not more, not less.
Now, I have not had the opportunity. This movie I've been waiting on for a very long time, and I just saw it was playing at one theater out here, and it's like 5 hours from my crib, so I have not seen it yet. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding the movie. I know you, for a while there, Q-Tip didn't support it, and you supported it. Why? I mean, are you guys happy with the final product? Are you happy with the final product that everyone's seeing?
Yeah, I can't speak for everybody else, but me, I was willing to support it from day one for the simple fact that, you know, I've been through some things health-wise in my life, whereas I'm just happy to be here breathing.
You're not lying, man.
A situation like that is supposed to be celebrated, and I'm not just doing that tonight at the club, but I've been doing it since Sundance in January, and, you know, it got little mixed reviews within the group or whatever, but they got over it. I'm over it. And, you know, I'm here. We chilling. We good.
Yeah. Now, like you said, you had your health issues with diabetes. How are you doing right now? How's your health right now?
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't good, I definitely wouldn't be here partying. You know what
in
I'm
Las
saying?
Vegas.
Every word up. Everything is on the up and up, man. You know what I mean? All things happen for a reason. And I'm not going to be one to take anything for granted from now on. You know what I mean? And, this film was one of those things I didn't want to take for granted. I mean, there's not a lot of hip-hoppers that could say, you know, there's a documentary done on themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't going to say no to nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know, everybody feels how they feel. But the way I feel, I embraced it from day one, and I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't think of. I mean, of course, there's movies about Tupac. You know, there's documentaries about Tupac. But on this scale, with the hype behind this movie, I can't think of another hip hop documentary that's gotten as much, you know, press and media and stuff. So, my main thing with the documentaries, I know that from what I've heard, there's parts of the film where, you know, there's a lot of arguing between the group. Is that? I mean, I know you guys are brothers. You guys did music together for a very, very long time. Is your guys' relationship? Are you and Tip? Are you guys good, or is it still kind of, you know, like, or is there a distance between y'all? Or
as far as I'm concerned, we're good. You know what I'm saying? What people have to realize is, I mean, it's not one of those groups that was just put together on a whim. I've known this guy since I was 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? And we're literally brothers as far as I'm concerned. And within any family, sisters, brothers, they're going to fight, they're going to argue. It happens. We're not exempt from that. You understand what I'm saying? We just happen to be a Tribe Called Quest, and a lot of people look at that like, oh, and wow, oh, I can't believe it. But it is what it is. That's still my man at the end of the day. And we'll probably have more arguments after all of this. But I know one thing's for sure. I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let nobody else do it. And not to mention, this movie has brought us closer, so it is what it is, you know?
Most definitely. That's good to hear. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, because, you know, in hip-hop right now, there's a lot of stuff going on. Consequence, who is, you know, very close, he was at some point very close to A Tribe Called Quest. He's recently had his riffs with Kanye West. I was wondering if you had an opinion on that, you know, knowing, you know, since you had a relationship with Cons in the past. I mean, have you I guess, even paid attention to any of that's going on?
Yeah, I have, actually. I mean, we talk from time to time. You know, that's my boy. But as far as with Kanye West, you know, things are going to happen. You know what I mean? Hopefully they could, you know, bury the hatchet and so forth and so on. I mean, he's had arguments with Q-Tip as well. But, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll be able to bury the hatchet and move on. You know what I mean? It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, your Ventilation album was so slept on, man. There was some bangers on that album, especially the joints from High Tech. What, as far as you as musically, are you going to put out any more music on the solo tip at all?
Yeah, man. I just shot a new video like 3 weeks ago in L.A. The song is called Soul Man. Soul as in the bottom of your shoe. It's my ode to sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm featuring a new artist by the name of Lil, a.k.a. Snackbox. He also produced the track. You know what I'm saying? So definitely look out for my new EP coming real soon. Songs in the key of Phife. The EP, 8 is enough.
Be on the lookout for that.
8 songs on the EP. And then following that, songs in the key of Phife, the LP, Cheryl's Big Son. So we definitely hard at work. The label is called Smoking Needles, ran by myself and my man Rasta Roots. You know what I mean? And right now we're pretty much looking for distribution. And once that pops off, and it's all systems go. But yeah, we definitely in the lab hard at work doing the thing.
Hey, working with Michael Rappaport, you know, I respect him so much as an actor. And I know he's a super duper hip hop head. What was it like working so close with Michael on this film, since, you know, he's a director?
It was real cool, you know what I'm saying? He's real passionate about what he does, and he was a newbie as far as directing.
His first film, right?
I guess, yeah, this is first film directing or whatever, and he's a newbie, like I said, and I guess he felt a lot of pressure. It had to be right. Tribe Called Quest, a lot of people love a Tribe Called Quest, things of that nature. So he was under pressure, but I think he aced it. You know what I mean? The only thing I feel that should have been added in the movie was a little more Jay Dilla, a little more Busta Rhymes, because those two guys, to me, are like honorary members of a Tribe Called Quest.
They're imperative to, Tribe. And your guys, yeah, like without...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the other thing that probably could have been there a little bit more was... You know, like, did you see the movie yet? Or
that's what I was telling you. No, I have not seen the movie yet.
There's a segment in the movie where Q-Tip is breaking down the drums for Can I Kick It and how he looped it and things of that nature. There could have been more of that in the movie as well from Q-Tip and Ali, being that they did the bulk of the music or whatever. But with the time he was allowed, I thought he did a good job, man. You know?
And with that kind of stuff, too, like myself as like a hip hop nerd, I would have just loved to have seen that for like 2 hours, just Q-Tip breaking down beats and stuff. That'd have been crazy.
Right, and not to mention, a lot of things will be added on the DVD, director's cut, and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So that's coming real soon as well.
That's what I was going to ask you. Since it's like got a limited release in the theaters, what is the turnaround time to where it's going to be out on DVD?
I'm not sure how to answer that question, but I believe the DVD will be coming like end of November, Christmas time, like between that. You know what I mean? But speaking on as far as limited theaters, there were a lot of theaters that were added as well, because a lot of people had no idea how well it was going to do, and it was doing really, really well. So a lot of theaters were added in the different cities and states where the movie appeared.
There it is. I also wanted to, man, you guys have such a historical catalog, man. Like, you guys really... you guys are gods in this hip hop game, and you know, from Midnight Marauders to the Low End Theory, you know, you guys got classic albums. What is your personal favorite album out of the Tribe catalog?
My personal favorite, it's a toss up between Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders.
That's everybody's toss up right there.
Yeah, it's even my toss up, and my reason being, well, I guess it sounds a little selfish, but speaking on Low End Theory, that was like my coming out party, because nobody was able to recognize or realize what I brought to the group. That was just me being immature, running around, doing things that 17, 18-year-olds do, I guess you could say. But then, like I said, Low End Theory became my coming out party, and Q-Tip was just illin' on those beats.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he's the best rapper ever to produce, the best producer that happened to be able to rap. Like, there may be a bunch of MCs that may be better than Q-Tip.
It's like him and Kanye in that.
Producers,
yeah.
But none better than him as far as doing both. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Midnight Marauders goes, you know, the chemistry was just so A1 sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like it just gelled and everything was correct. So that's why those two albums are definitely my toss-up. Q-Tip is definitely the man for all of that.
Yeah,
you know
now I saw you guys at Rock the Bells 2 years ago when y'all brought out Busta Rhymes, and it was my favorite performance of the entire Rock the Bells. It was the illest, like, by far. And
what year you said?
It was it? Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, it was last year.
Oh, okay, and you said the LA show?
Yeah, the LA show in San Bernardino. Y'all had Busta Rhymes come out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was crazy. I know with the release of the movie and Tribe being fresh on everybody's mind, you know, everybody always wants another album from you guys. Is that something that's being talked about? Is that even something that's an option at this point?
We're so far away from that, I don't even know how to answer it. But I will say, as before I'm a member of a Tribe Called Quest, or I'm a fan of a Tribe Called Quest, and I love what the fans have done for us. They treat us like we have the hottest record out, even though we know Cash Money, Young Money have all the hottest records out right now. You know what I'm saying? But people treat us like that, like we just dropped a new record yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You guys are legends.
Because the fans have been so good to us, and we haven't done a studio album in 13 years now, I want to do it for them, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I'd love to do it. As far as the whole unit on it, I'm not sure where that's going. Like I said, we're far away from that right now. But, you know, keep your fingers crossed behind your back, or however you do it. And hopefully the hip-hop gods will
align.
Give us align stars, you know what I mean?
There it is. And what about more shows? I mean, I can imagine that.
I mean, that's always being talked about, you know what I'm saying? That's never say never to that.
You mentioned Jay Dilla. Since you work so closely with Dilla, is there like a story, something that some inside story from when you guys were working together, something cool that happened, or something funny, a story about Dilla that you could tell us?
I mean, I really don't know, but Jay Dilla seemed very quiet, very laid back. Jay Dilla was buck wild, man. Like, for real. Like I don't know if I can label it funny, but one thing I remember about him very, very vividly, or what have you, he was a very loyal individual. You know what I'm saying? If you was his man, you was really his man. If he was upset with you or something, he'd let you know that, but he'd bury the hatchet right away. He just had to get it off his chest, and that was that. Not that me and him ever had anything, but I've seen him work that. You know what I'm saying? Work his magic with people. He was a people person. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, he loved the strip club. So anytime he came to Atlanta, I took him. Anytime I went to the D, he took me.
All right,
my boy, man.
He was at Magic City getting it popping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
my boy.
There it is. Hey, and since you're from that golden era of hip hop, how do you feel about some of the newer artists? Is there anybody that you're digging right now that's coming up in the game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Diggy Simmons, because for the simple fact, his dad made me want to do this. You know what I'm saying? He's from Queens, like I am. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely looking forward to supporting him and everything that he does, and also Corey Guns, because he's a beast. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? I like J. Cole a lot. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple people out there definitely that I'm looking forward to hearing. Life is a cycle, man, and it's going to come back to the realness.
Bootleg Kev.